the way down. What is up, y'all? What is up? What is up, everybody? What is up? First things first, can I get a God is good in the chat? Because God is good all of the time. Can I get a God is good in the chat in here? For some reason, the Rumble stream isn't working. So let's get it on there. It's supposed to be on Rumble right now too, but when you guys good in chat, awesome. Also, while people are still typing in God is good, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Why not hit the like button? It doesn't take any time. It doesn't take anything. It's the easiest thing you can ever do, which is to hit the like button, man. Hit the like button to support. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Also, allccg.com, we're almost at 400 members. And I'm gonna let y'all know something right before we get into the news. So this Friday, me and Tyson James, we're releasing an album, a collab album called All CCG. But the album will only be available on allccg.com. Allccg.com. Thank y'all so much to everybody that has subscribed. It's $7 a month. If anybody that can afford to subscribe, of course, thank you so much. That's like less than 25 cents per day. And we're trying to change culture and provide an alternative platform. Thank y'all so much for the support on my last video. Still shadow banned on YouTube, but it's a part of the game. But we're releasing the album All CCG, me and Tyson James, this Friday. But that's not the kicker, right? The crazy thing is this, y'all. And I'm gonna say this again before the live over. If more people come in, you know how I go. The first 500 people to sign up to All CCG will get a free physical CD of our album in the mail. We're gonna be sending out emails to collect everybody's addresses. Probably when the day of the album drop. But everybody will get a free CD. If you're one of the first 500 members of allccg.com, you will get a free CD. Also, there's a 24-hour radio station on the clean Christian conservative radio station on allccg. So why not do it? But you know, here go the thing. We're gonna have a live stream. We're gonna do the live like there's a million people in here because you can't control the shadow ban. That's why we created our own platform. So somebody said, love the radio. Thank you so much. Somebody said, Ben signed up. Thank you so much. Now, what we're about to do, we're about to get into it. And a lot of this stuff may irritate you a bit. The first thing I want to talk about is this. And this just keeps going up. This is a common theme. It keeps going up. And it's sad. So, LGBT identification doubled in the past decade, including nearly 20% of Gen Z. Nathan, I got you. Look at this, y'all. Now, the thing about this, right, is, how can I say this without potentially getting banned? If I'm gonna just say it, if homosexuality was natural, the people that identify as such wouldn't really go up over time. And then you will see an LGBT say, well, it was because they were scared to come out at first. Well, over the last 6 or 7 years, it should at least be consistent. Because in 2015, the Supreme Court overruled the will of the people and said same-sex marriage, which doesn't really exist, has to be accepted in all 50 states. So if it was real and it wasn't based on environmental factors, influence, then it would at least be consistent even over those years, but it isn't consistent. It keeps going up the more it gets pushed. And they get in the younger children. 20% of Gen Z, imagine the generation after. And if it was, somebody said this in the chat, if it was natural, nobody would be coming out. Now, let's read. A new survey released last Wednesday, this is the most recent study, examines American self-identification with the LGBT community based on responses from more than 10,000 people. Wow, that's a lot of people. In the United States collected in 2022. The overall margin of sampling error is plus 1 percentage points. The sampling error amongst the 584 LGBT adult respondents is plus 5 percentage points at the 95% confidence level. The share of Americans who identify as LGBT reached a record of 7.2 in 2022 after hitting a record of 7.1 in 2021. Now, once again, we keep hitting records of people that identify as such, which is very interesting. Generation Z, defined as the group of adults born between 1997 and 2004, has a much higher share of its population identifying as LGBT than its older counterparts. Like, this is disgusting. As a person, I'm going to say this, and this is my first time saying this. I've been thinking it for a minute. I'm going to always fight for the values of this country. Why? Because this country is based on Christian values, period. But if I were to tell y'all that I was a proud American currently, like I'm proud of the current state of this country, I would be lying. I am not a proud American right now. This country has fallen. We are worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. And it keeps getting worse every single day. Christians are being persecuted. You know, the funny thing is that people think all this was about conservatives. It's about persecuting Trump supporters. It isn't. I promise you it isn't. They're using that because most Christians vote Republican. So they attack Republicans first. The funny thing is, though, this is all to attack people that follow Christ. And let me explain to you what I mean. You can't get banned on the internet for simply being a Trump supporter. You literally can't. You get banned on the internet for things you say that's a part of your values. Like, you can say, I support Trump a million times, you'll never get banned. You can say a bunch of Trump quotes and never get banned. But you know what will get you banned in this country now? On all platforms? Just sign up for RCCG, thank you so much. But you know what will get you banned in this country now? On all platforms known to man? If you quote the Bible, literally. If you quote specific verses in Leviticus or even Romans 1, you will literally get suspended on a lot of these platforms. I think Twitter's the only one you probably won't, but if you say a biblical statement, like if you tell a grown man that identifies a woman like Blair White, who's a grown man, like his name isn't even Blair, I think it's Rob, and he changed everything to try to look like a female, got his thing chopped off. And conservatives are supporting him and actually calling him her because he spews talking points. That is Satan. Like, by the way, he's of Satan, so he's not on my team. But, I mean, period. But as I was saying, if I tweet at him and said, stop calling yourself a woman, you're a boy, I could potentially be suspended on Twitter. Right? So this is the most interesting part about it. And I know this might sound crazy, but this isn't everywhere in the world. This is exclusively the West. Matter of fact, Americans try to push this on other countries like Uganda. And let's see what Uganda has to say about this push for homosexuality. Let's see, y'all. Let's see what Uganda has to say.
The gay community in Uganda is requesting to have a meeting with you. Would you give them an ear? The homosexuals in Uganda, they are requesting to have audience with you. Yeah. So they say...
Do you see the response from Uganda? You even bring up homosexuals to Uganda. They're just like, what? Everybody's laughing. Even the reporters laughing. Everybody laughing. Nobody taking... They're not even talking about transgenders because that'd be silly. Right? You take it that far, you might just get killed in Uganda if you've been bringing something so stupid like that up. Right? This is a laughable topic in other countries. Dana Ellis with the $5. Do you think we are in this season? We will get raptured. I don't know. But what I do know is this is disgusting. And what are Christians doing? Nothing. Screaming out, thou shalt not. We're not even playing the same game as Satan. Satan is playing. What Satan doing is normalizing things to the adults, so the adults will normalize it for Satan to the children. And this is how simple it is. Let me show y'all this if I can find it up. If I can find this video. Just in case y'all think I'm playing. We're not even playing. I can't even find it. It's not even letting me search certain things up on here. Man, people are lucky. But if you might don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to show y'all my video on it. Even though it's not the full thing. I didn't want to show y'all my video on it. I hate like just showing myself on the screen. But let me show y'all this video. Just to show y'all how we're definitely not playing the same game. We're just taking these L's left and right. Let me show you. If you don't think they're coming for the children, watch this. Do y'all see this? These are probably this is soccer. And they got this girl soccer team holding up a rainbow flag, and who do y'all think that is clapping in the background? Do y'all think those are children? No, those are adults. Children can only learn from what they see. They're not accepting of this because they were just born thinking nothing was wrong with homosexuality, nothing was wrong with transgenderism. They're only clapping and finding it okay because the adults push this on them and force them to think it's okay. This is the literal definition of grooming. And instead of fighting back against this, all we can talk about is don't judge. Oh, Matt Walsh is so mean. Matt Walsh is mean? Do you see what the crap is going on? Mean? You trying to be nice? But see, when you notice, let me tell you what's funny. Influencer culture is so terrible. And I'm saying that as a person with a good amount of followers on social media. The issue is, and this is how Satan worked, and this is some of y'all, these people might be in the chat, but yeah, I'm talking about you. It just is what it is. So Satan had to attack the political aspect of things first because politics is more polarizing, right? So this conservative movement or the MAGA movement unfortunately led to Christians and conservatives becoming accepting of homosexuals because they think these homosexuals go against the narrative, right? It started with the Rob Smiths and people like that. They're gay, but they're not woke, right? They're not woke, though. They fight against the radical LGBT narrative, and that's what these people tell you, and they sell you this, right? I fell for it early in the beginning a little bit, too. There's the problem when we're not in the Bible. And what happens is people start preaching this big tent conservatism, which isn't conservatism at all. It is pure liberalism by the very definition of the word. And when you start accepting gay people, then I mean, just naturally you're gonna eventually accept transgenders. I mean, just what it is, right? And at first, nobody believed this. 3 years ago in this movement, nobody would call a grown man she. They don't care if a grown man had on a MAGA hat or what. Nobody would call a grown man she, right? Now you got Trump, who is promoting people like Richard Grenell, who said being gay makes him a better Christian, which is surely blasphemous. He's giving himself a one-way ticket straight to hell. And then the left was also bullying conservatives at the same time, right? Don't wear your MAGA hat. And then conservatives were scared to wear their MAGA hats out because they were scared to get beat up. Meanwhile, liberals aren't scared to do anything. Or now conservatives were scared to be called racist. Then conservatives were scared to be called homophobic. Now conservatives are scared to be called transphobic, right? The Democrats are the real homophobes. The Democrats are the real transphobes. And what happens after that? This is how Satan works. Satan already got you with a gay son or a gay sibling or a gay cousin or a gay uncle or a gay best friend, right? I don't have gay friends. You'll never see me just hanging out like, I'm not talking about like in passing or you see somebody in passing. You will never see me like plan a trip and a gay person would be involved. Just like, these things will just never happen. It's just not a thing. Right? We're not even talking about the rest of the alphabet people. That would never, I don't have like gay friends that I talk to on a day-to-day or hang out with on a day-to-day. I just literally don't. Why would I hang around a gay person? It just makes no sense. Why would I hang around an adulterer? Why would I hang around a thief? Why would I hang around a drunkard? It just makes no sense. Of course I don't. Right? But the issue with these things is this is how Satan works. They put it in the schools. They normalize it with the parents. They normalize it with other parents. So you send your kids to these schools, and your kids being influenced, or you're influencing your kids that this is okay. You're showing your children videos of Christian Walker because Christian Walker is on the right, and you claim to be a Christian. I'm not speaking to the worldly people right now. If you're worldly and Republican, I mean, you're not on my team either. I don't really care nothing about what you're talking about, right? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who claim to be Christian, showing these things, and all of this is of Satan by definition, by biblical terms. This is all of Satan, and it's like almost like nobody can figure it out, right? And then people think the best move is to promote the gays or the gays against groomers or transgenders like Blair White because they go against the radical LGBT narrative. They are the radical LGBT narrative. This is the definition of identity politics. Blair's a grown man. Fake hair. Been getting plastic surgery for 10 years straight. Cut his thing off. Call himself Mrs. He is the radical LGBT narrative. He can't fight against it. And y'all don't get it. People don't understand it. All we're doing is helping Satan. Hey, Satan, we're going to help you out. This demon is not as bad as these other demons, so we're going to rock with his demons. And we don't get it. I'm not on your team. I don't care if you voted for Trump. I don't care if you can't stand Democrats. I don't care. If you're living against God, you're against me. If you're against God, you're against me. Deuteronomy 22:5. Go read it. Deuteronomy 22:5. Now, if this isn't enough for you, if you think that what I'm saying is over-exaggerating, if you think that I am overreacting, look no further than California. Look no further than California. Watch this. If y'all don't know this story yet, man, it should irritate you. Let me explain to you what I'm saying. Teacher says she was fired for refusing to allow male genitals in girls' locker rooms. A lot of parents. Okay, the title is sort of confusing, but the title isn't what's important. What's important is what happened. This lady, Jessica Tapia, got fired from being a teacher because, in her words, she couldn't be a Christian and a teacher at the same time. We are in the United States of America, and Christians feel like they can't be Christians and teachers at the same time in this country. That should scare everybody. So let me explain to y'all exactly what happened. She was terminated from her job for refusing to hide students' confusion about their sexual identities from their parents and was discriminated against for her Christian beliefs. And the school system confirms. The school district cited a California law that prohibits schools from revealing to parents their child's new sexual identity if they choose to identify as trans without first obtaining the student's consent. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? So let me explain to y'all again what just happened. California has a law that prohibits the school from telling the parents about their child's new sexual identity. I don't know how y'all grew up. I grew up and we had parent-teacher conferences. And the whole point of these conferences is so the teacher can explain to the parents what's going on with their child, what issues their children are having. Because I got snitched on by my teachers for messing with girls. And I should have. I was doing things you shouldn't be doing in school at a very young age. And my parents found out about it fairly quickly. Bryson is over here doing inappropriate things with other girls. And my parents was told about this. And I got butt whoopings. I got real butt whoopings. And I pretty much learned my lesson. Now, if your children is experimenting with a new sexual identity, you can't tell the parent that, or else you'll get fired. So you are forced to withhold from the parents that their children have a new sexual identity. Now, wait. Shout out to the Salty Army in the chat. But wait. Where are these children learning about new sexual identities if it's not from the parents? They're not just thinking it naturally, because we just saw the statistics, right? This is new. This isn't natural. This isn't normal. This is new. These new sexual identities, how many is it? JC Denton with the $7 all CCG, y'all. Thank you so much, allccg.com. $7 to subscribe. Me and Tyson James are releasing an exclusive album only on All CCG. It will never be anywhere else. It will only be on allccg.com this Friday, and the first 500 people that subscribe to All CCG will get a free physical CD. But back to what I was saying. Where are these children learning these new sexual identities from? It's not from the parents. They learn it from the schools. It's probably getting pushed on them by the teachers. So let's get this straight. Oh, Satan is so slick. Satan is evil, but he ain't stupid. That's a slick move. Satan's so slick. Wow, watch how he do it, y'all. You send your children to school. The school pushes your children to explore different sexual identities, and then they pass a law to where you can't even tell the children's parents about it. So they push it on you, but they can't tell the parents. So they pass a law to pretty much keep it a secret from the parents. And then they fire teachers when they don't obey. Man, it's so slick. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble. We got 66 people on Rumble. Wow. So this is what's happening. And this lady name was Jessica Tapia. I don't know if she has a GoFundMe. Like, I wish, let me see if I can search something, man. Like, oh man, I wish. I would definitely support her, because you have to support people that stand up for God. Like, I don't know if she has a GoFundMe, man, but I'm about to try to look for one real quick while I'm on live with y'all, because I mean, Christians are literally being persecuted. Oh, this is Jessica Tapia right now. I found a video of her, y'all. She has a case. I think she's suing. Let's see, y'all.
Being at the end of my 6th year of teaching, and I suddenly was receiving some pretty awful comments on one of my social media pages, and quickly realized that these might be students. That was confirmed for me when there was another comment left that said they were sending my various posts into the district. I was going to be put on a 45-day watch where I was to return, and I was going to be closely watched for change of behavior. And I'm just sitting there like, I have no behavior to change. They said I would need to meet with like guidance coordinators and administration and make sure that I was getting students' genders and pronouns correct. That was the moment that I knew, whoa, I can't return to work and, consciously be who I am, live out my faith and my convictions with what you are asking me to do. And then from there, I found out that I had to lie or withhold that information from parents. I looked at them and I said, "Are you asking me to lie to parents?" And they said, "Yes, it's the law and the student has privacy." At the
Oh my god, dog. This is so crazy, bro. This is so crazy to me, bro.
end of that, they had one final question and asked, "Is there anything else we need to know that your faith doesn't allow you to do in your teaching position?" And I said, "Yes, while we're at it, I'm in a unique position. I'm a PE teacher. I oversee the girls' locker room. How do I say this? I will not be allowing male genitals into the female locker room."
Good for you.
And they said, "Then we have a whole other issue because you have to. That would be discrimination."
Oh my goodness, this is worse than what I freaking thought. Man, I'm trying to figure out if she has a GoFundMe or something, y'all. I can't find one though. I can't find I can't find one, unfortunately. I view her as a hero, though. A real hero for Christians, man. A lot of y'all in the chat, I don't know what y'all job is. I don't know what your profession is. I don't know anything, but we can all learn from Jessica. She stood up for her faith. Lost her job. That's money. That's finances. I feel it. I understand it. We need more people to do it because this is so disgusting, bro. This is so disgusting, but this leads me to a little bit of light, a little bit of shining light, right? If I can find good news, I'll post some good news. Unfortunately, this country is disgusting and degenerate and worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. So somebody in the chat is hating on her. Well, I don't care. She's a woman of God, so I love it. Watch this. Homeschool enrollment rose 30% amid decline in public school enrollment amid the pandemic. Study. So people are taking their children out of these disgusting, satanic, LGBT-written indoctrination programs. Thank the good Lord above. So homeschooling saw a 30% increase in 2021 through the 2022 school year, while public school enrollment fell by more than 1.2 million students within the first 2 years of COVID-19 pandemic, a recent study has found. The study from the nonprofit research organization Urban Institute finds that private school enrollment increased by 4.3% between the fall of 2019 and the fall of 2021. And homeschool enrollment rose by 30%. My goodness, this is beautiful. What are y'all waiting on? If you have children, if they're in school, if you can afford it, listen, I don't have children yet. So I'm saying this with a grain of salt, but I know many people with children, right? I know a lot of people with children, have a lot of followers that have done this. I mean, sometimes you might have to take a financial hit for your children. Are your children worth it? Tyson James been homeschooled for 3 years. Somebody say homeschooled for 4 years. This is what we need. Get your dang on children out of these schools. Because these liberal parents that want their children to be indoctrinated, let them do that. We need to make sure our children aren't. We are already fighting enough. Do we have time to fight against our own children too? You see your kids as children, they might be in that statistic of people that are now just popping out homosexual, exploring their sexual identity because their schools are telling them to, and the kids can't even, the teachers can't even tell the parents what's going on. And I bet you California isn't the only state this is happening in. Tyson James said track list for the album. Tyson James, Bryson, great album dropping this Friday. I'm gonna keep saying it. We got over 200 people. We got 50 people in Rumble. We got 200 between YouTube and Facebook. You know, shadow ban, it is what it is. No point of complaining about it too much. You know what I'm saying? But we have some good here, y'all. We have some good. And this is the study that I wanted to sort of, sort of basically end the live stream on because, because you know how I go. And I don't know if y'all saw this. You know what? I'm not going to do this to y'all. I'm not going to end it off with a negative. I'm going to bring this back tomorrow. Let's end it off all good. Get your kids out of these schools, right? And love God. Like I said before, the whole point of this live, and I'm about to get out of y'all here, but the whole point of this live stream is, my whole point is, bro, Christians have to stand up. I am trying to light a fire under Christians. Do you not see what is going on? Do you not see what is happening? And I love the war. I love the fight. We're meant to fight. Let's continue fighting, right? We got to continue fighting. But as we're fighting, we have to have a parallel economy. I'm telling you, we have to. I hate echo chambers. If anybody follows me closely, I talk to liberals more than I talk to conservatives because it's more fun. But we have to have a parallel economy. Use Rumble. Use True Social. Use Cozy.tv or Kick. There's a new streaming platform called Kick. Use that. I don't understand. I saw a lot of people complaining about me and Tyson James' new website. Like, y'all are being greedy. Greedy? Are you crazy? First off, we have put a lot of money into this, but greedy? No. You're confused. Nobody says this, and Netflix is spending that $7. Nobody says this for Spotify spending that $7. Apple Music spending that $10. Nobody said, but when two biblical Christian conservatives create an alternative platform with a 24-hour radio station with clean music, now is greed? Especially after us ourselves have been banned for so many platforms? What? We don't have a million. You know, when you go to Daily Wire, I bet you Daily Wire charges more than $7 a month. They have investors putting in millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Y'all know how many investors me and Tyson James have? 2. Bryson Gray and Tyson James. And we're putting in much more money than we're making. And people still find ways to complain. Who else is doing it? Nobody. Salty D said, I bought eggs that cost more than $7. It's $16 a month, that Daily Wire. Oh, I mean, we would never do that. But $15 a month, that Daily Wire. I'm not even telling you not to support Daily Wire. I think some of them are neocons. But if you buy the subscription just for Matt Walsh, that's well deserved. I'm thinking about, I used to have a Daily Wire subscription. I'm thinking about getting a Daily Wire subscription literally for just Matt Walsh. I'm going to sort of be annoyed that neocons are benefiting from it. But Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles deserve that $7 a month. You know what I'm saying? It's $50 starting? Dang. Wow. Woo. I mean, hey, who am I? So listen, allccg.com, $7. We're going to be adding more artists soon. We're talking to different artists right now. We have a 24-hour Christian conservative radio station that plays all throughout the day. Go play it. We're working on an app for y'all. I'm trying to get the app done. It's hard work. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, what station? It's allccg.com. It's called CCG Radio, where we have, it's not just me and Tyson. There's a lot of artists on there. and it just plays all day long, clean music. $7 a month. If you want to support it, do it. If you want to complain, just don't get it. I'm not gonna force you to get it. Just, complain somewhere else. The app coming soon. Thank y'all for who have supported. Once again, the first 500 people that sign up will get a free CD for me and Tyson James exclusive album we're dropping Friday. And me and Tyson James, I'm gonna try to talk to Tyson and find a way that we can sign it. We can both sign it without it being very expensive. I don't know if I have to pick out a day or two to come up there, or if he can find a day or two to come out here and we can just sign all the CDs and get them sent off. Somebody said the radio is awesome. Thank you so much. Somebody said drop the link. It is allccg.com. Allccg.com. I'm still gonna be on other platforms, but as Christians, we have to create alternatives, bro. I don't think y'all understand how important alternatives is for Christians, bro. We can't even speak as Christians. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to go live on TikTok after this just to prove a point. Benner Rwanda, thank you so much for the $20. Real Christians need a voice and a name of, I'm assuming that is a name. I really don't want to say Yahweh. Well, that might be Yeshua. I don't know the Hebrew right there, but thank you so much. God bless y'all. Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and everything will be added unto you. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to fight through the shadow bands. It is what it is. God bless y'all.